Ma'am, good morning. Good morning to all the jury members. This is an Insight Quality Control app from Department of Agriculture, Government of Andhra Pradesh. I would like you to take. I'd like you to take through the presentation. So basically, this app, through this app, what we do is agri inputs. We have pesticides, fertilizers, and seeds as agri inputs. And this app automizes from end to end the quality testing of it. Andhra Pradesh is a very agriculturally expanded state, and it's an agriculture-rich state. And every year we use about 43 lakh tons of fertilizers, about 3,000 tons of active ingredients of pesticides. And apart from that, farmers are given almost 2.5 crore, 3 crores worth of subsidized seeds, and non-subsidy seeds farmers buy from the open market. So all these inputs are going into the farming sector, and farmers should be assured of the quality of these inputs. So all these inputs, fertilizers, including biofertilizers, organic fertilizers, so we test end to end. Agriculture department's mandate is to test all the agri inputs which we are giving to the farmers. So this app has been conceptualized in the backdrop of all these drawbacks, which I'm showing you on the screen, existing drawbacks in quality control testing of agri inputs. So the existing quality control facilities are in 2019-20, they used to be very limited. So now, because of the active involvement of government and top priority to the agriculture sector by the present government of Andhra Pradesh, we used to have only 3+3+5 labs. 3 for fertilizers, 3 for seeds, and 5 for pesticides. From that, we are now expanding to 150 labs. In the entire country, after Tamil Nadu is the second state with 33 labs. In their 32 districts, 1 lab for each district. And we have crossed that, and we are the topmost in the country with almost 147 labs envisaged, and presently 73 labs function. So we have the largest lab setup in the country from the department side, agriculture department side. Initially, the quality testing reports which we used to do were never visible to the farmers. If farmer wants to go and buy a product in an open market from a dealer, he doesn't know, and he doesn't know how to test it. He will know he will have all the details on the backside of the product, fertilizer or pesticide, the lot number, the packaging date, and everything, but he could not test, he could not know whether it is a quality product or not. And the drawback which was existing in 2019-20 was it was all manual system. So I, as an agriculture inspector, agriculture officer, go to a dealer shop, pick up randomly some product, and that too, I'll be picking up the same product which is of high quality, which is proven already in the past years. So it's my discretion how I pick up a particular product for testing, and I will send it to a lab. I will also tell the dealer which lab I am sending it. So the dealer can go, and probably there was a possibility of dealer going to the lab and managing the people who are testing. So these were the there was more of discretion. It's more of manual intervention. So not all products were picked up. So the follow-up action, once I send it to the lab, I don't know when the result would come. Even though the result comes, how will the entire see this lot which the manufacturer, the pesticide company or the fertilizer company, they would have produced a lot of products as a lot, and they would have supplied to the entire state. So if I get a negative report from the lab, how would the entire state know that? Only through a mail or through a message. So there was no app where the information dissemination was transparent, quick, and the follow-up action is quick. So we tried to feature all these drawbacks. We figured out all these drawbacks. We tried to make an app which would feature which would have all these features for very transparent and very prompt mechanism, and also a mechanism which is accessible to the farmers. So here you can see in 2019, if we take the pesticide companies, there are 222 pesticide companies, but almost 60% of the samples are drawn from only 15 companies. So what about other companies which are selling their products in the market? So this was such a bias. I'm giving you an example only. I have the similar data for fertilizers, similar data for seeds. I'm just giving an example of pesticides. So these are the integrated labs which we have in the state. Every constituency, we have 175 constituencies. Leaving the urban constituencies, we have 147 rural constituencies. The government's mandate is to open a lab which would test seeds and fertilizers at a constituency level, and seeds, fertilizers, and pesticides at district level. So 147 constituency, every MLA constituency has a lab, and 13, we used to have 13 districts. Now it got expanded to 26 just a month back. So all the 13 districts have these seeds, fertilizer, pesticides. Even you can test pesticides, because the equipment which would test pesticide is costly, and the mechanism is a bit technical. So we have restricted pesticides only to 13 testing labs in district headquarters. And we have regional coding centers. This is the organizational setup of lab. In order to understand the app, we should know this organizational setup. That's why I put it on the slide. 4 regional coding centers we have at the 4 zones in the state. About this app, this app is to bring in more transparency in quality control system. This app has been launched 1 year back, on exactly 1 year back in 2021, July. So with this app, the entire manual system is replaced by automated sampling system. So we have Insight. We have given the name for this app as Insight, and it's a mobile app as well as web portal. Mobile app is available for all the field functionaries. So right from agriculture inspectors, agriculture officers, agriculture additional assistant directors, all the field people who are all the field functionaries, we have given the mobile app. And the web portal is available at the head office for the reports. It is available at the regional coding center, which codes, which receives a sample through like it is already coded in the app. I'll explain you that. And the sample is received at the regional coding center, which will in turn send it randomly to any lab. So out of this 73 labs functioning out of 147 envisaged labs, it may send the sample to anywhere, any lab within its zone. So this is how the portal is, the app is built, mobile plus web portal. Web portal is accessible to the labs, mobile to all the field functions. So these are all the stakeholders involved in this digital platform: the manufacturers, distributors, the dealers who sell the products, the sample collection team, then the farmers, the agri labs. The most important feature here is we have a farmer insight app also, farmer version of insight app. Suppose if he goes to any dealer shop, he can just scan the barcode, he can enter the lot number, and he can know whether this quality product is tested, whether the company has tested it, whether department has tested. So if department would have tested, he would have two certificates. If only company has tested it, then it would have one certificate that company got it tested. So we have empowered the farmers with the quality of the product which they are buying. So it may be a subsidized product, it may be a non-subsidized product, any product, farmer can go to a dealer, just enter the lot number in the app and find the certificate. So we have automated, we have empowered the farmers through this app. So this is how it addresses the problem. Already I have described it. The quality of the inputs, transparency, because which lot to be, which company, which sample has to be picked up from the market, we decide from here. So that, like you have seen in 2019-20, only 63% samples are picked from only 15 out of 222 companies. Here we say all the companies, all the lots, all the samples have to be picked up, so that the field functionaries don't have any discretion, and all the samples are tested. And we also will have a certificate for all the companies, all the samples, and farmer can go and just type the lot number and know whether we have tested it or not. So it covers all the products. Stoppage of unapproved agri inputs. So if any sample is, I will explain you in the next slides regarding the process flow. If any sample is tested substandard, then we communicate through this app to the entire state that this lot number of this company is tested substandard, so that all the lots of that particular product of that particular company can be stopped from sale. So initially it used to happen only manually. We used to type a message, we should send a mail. There was delay in, by the time the message is communicated, already some farmers would have purchased this substandard lot which is supplied by the company. So that is one advantage with this app. So access to information, I already, it's all open to all information, including farmers. So this is the process flow. So we operate at almost 4 levels. I've shown you the 3 levels. I'll explain you the 4th level also. HOD, we assign targets for sampling. So this, all the products have to be tested irrespective of whatever company it is, and we actually send the messages that every sample in equal proportions of all the companies have to be picked up so that there is no bias. So once we give these instructions, targets are assigned to all the field functionaries. Then it goes to the second level. So MAO means a Mandal Agriculture Officer, like block officer, and Assistant Director of Agriculture, MAO ADA. Full form is the field functionaries. So then they collect the sample, and once they collect the sample, they enter the details of that sample in the app. As soon as they enter the sample details in the app generates a separate code for this sample, and that code, with that code, that code gets a code is generated which is only visible to regional coding center but not to the field function. So once this sample is sent by packing and everything. So once this sample is sent, they will paste whatever the code number is available in the app. They will paste it over the top cover. So there are 2 covers when we take the sample, inner cover and outer cover. On the outer cover, they will just paste the code, and they will send it to a regional coding laboratory. Regional coding laboratory will never know from which area or which dealer or which mandal or which village the sample has come from. They will only indicate, they will take the sample out with the code, and they will send the sample to whatever, they can send it to any lab of these 73 labs. So they will send it to any lab. The lab independent lab will also not come to know from which village the sample will come. So there is coding system in this. That's why they are called regional coding centers. So the sample is sent to regional coding center. Regional coding centers give a separate code for this without telling them from which lab, which village it has come. And this regional coding center send it to a particular lab of their choosing randomly to test the sample. So this is how it is done. So there is one level which I have not written, but I have mentioned here, that collected samples are dispatched to regional coding center. The lab tests it.
So sorry to interrupt you. In
Yeah.
another 2 minutes, please try to conclude the
presentation. I'll wrap it up. So labs test the sample, and from there the test results are sent through the app only. So as soon as the test results are out, everybody can see. So everybody can see, substandard or standard will come to know, and entire right from the last man in the field functionary, he will come to know if something is substandard through the app itself, through a notification. So then he will stop the product from the sale in the market, and and then the same procedure I have described in this as well. These are act samples, and as per act, we have to we have to collect a particular number of samples. So that's why we have mentioned it as act samples. There's mandatory some proportion we have to pick up. Those can also be tested through this system. Then trade samples. If a trader wants, he can also come and give, but we test it with some cost so that we got that our maintenance costs of the lab and all are met from these trader samples. So any trader, if he wants to get the sample test, or he wants to increase the confidence in the farmer community that he's selling good products, then he can get them tested, and he can give the samples directly to a regional coding center. Then farmer also, if farmer buys the product, then he can also get his samples tested free of cost. So we have not included any cost to the farmer. He can give a sample and he can test free of cost whether the product which he has bought is of standard or not, standard product or not. So one thing which this app also captures, this is the last point which I want to make, is legal action. Okay, we have done all this. What about the legal action? We should file a case in the court. So what is the outcome of that case? Whether he has been proved guilty and the punishment was given, a fine was imposed or imprisonment is done, or he has been let off. Till the end of the case, this module follows. So this module is right from collection of sample to the legal action on the culprit who has sold the substandard product. So this is an end-to-end app. So this is a screenshot of the mobile application. So just shown how they enter the features and all, how they draw the sample. These are the input screens. And this is 1/8/2022 at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I have taken a screenshot that what did we do in the last 1 year. So how many we have tested seeds, how many fertilizers, how many pesticides. So you can see the date and time stamping of the screenshot. It was just 2 days back. For this presentation, we have taken that screenshot. So these are the features of it, which I have already explained. So these are the salient features of the app. So I need not go through them once again. I have explained in my presentation. So this is it. Thank you so much.
Jury members.
Thank you, sir. Excellent presentation. In fact, you have ensured that quality products in agriculture are distributed, but your app is 1 year old. How many cases you have detected of substandard products?
You know the legal procedure, how it takes. Like, though we have identified there in the screen, you would have seen about 29 seeds lots have been substandard. About 18 have been found as substandard fertilizers. We have filed cases. The cases, the legal procedure takes time. Until now, I think only one has concluded legally and he has been proven guilty and the punishment of fine has been imposed. And destruction of all the substandard product has been given by the court. Those orders have been given. So the legal procedure takes time. So we should follow it up because we have just developed. We will now follow up with the legal procedure also. Legal procedure is not in our hands, not in departments' hands. It is a court procedure completely.
Sure. But it will still act as a deterrence
Yes.
to the dealers. Is there a system of recalling the products which are found to be substandard? Recalling from the market?
Yes, from the market. That's why once we have this notification sent, that lot number, that product, suppose some seed MTU 1312 of paddy of this lot has been found substandard in our lab. So entire product is recalled. So entire product in the entire state, because this notification comes to every field functioner. Its app is through a login. So the notifications anybody can see and the product is recalled.
Definitely. It will take some time, but
yeah. So
it will take some time.
And what we want to do next is also link it with licenses. We give online. We want to integrate with online license management system. So we are trying to develop an app with where every manufacturer of pesticide fertilizer, we give license to them. Once a product is tested or lot is tested negative, it should have an impact on his license. So we want to integrate this license system is independent of this quality control system. Once we link both, then the company it would act as more deterrent, like what you have said. So if the license giving or license renewal is linked to this, then we can implement like deterrence should be much. Next step, we want to do that in our next, like in this year, we want to complete that.
Thank you, sir. Excellent work.
Well, it is excellent work, rather empowering the farmers to take a decision on what to buy and what not to buy. As you rightly said, legal procedures take time and there is no short circuit to that. But and licensing also in a way, all right. But can you also not flash kind of a blacklisting, like instead of saying that this has tested negative substandard or whatever, instead of saying that, if you can have a corner where you say, just flash it like a list. These are the items which are supposed to be blacklisted. The lots may not be for the whole thing, but at least from the company, this lot is blacklisted, and give a list of that so that in one place people can know, the farmers who are buying it, they can know, okay, these are the ones. Before buying anything, they check that list and then do it.
Yes, ma'am. That feature in the farmer app of blacklisting of all these lots is not done, ma'am. He can check any lot number, he will enter and he will just able to see that will incorporate. What you said is right.
Yeah, that's a good one. He can check it. But That is, if he does it, like, like one by one. But if he has a list, when he goes to his corner, he sees a list and these are the ones which are blacklisted. Then when he goes to the market, it becomes easy for him.
Yes, yes, ma'am. It's like a rolling screen in the farmer's app, which
Right.
will say all these products have been tested negative.
And they have substandard. So when he goes to the market, he remembers not to buy this.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we'll do that, ma'am. That can be added in the notifications. We'll also do it.
Basically, since you already have it, and then you can have like a particular brand has or a particular company, their 2, 3, 4 lots have been tested substandard, over a year or so, since you are keeping the data, and that can be a substantial input for the legal proceedings. That he is a defaulter, chronic defaulter kind of thing. Instead of giving one lot, if you have a series of lots, it becomes easy.
Yes, ma'am. That anyways we are doing, ma'am. Once a lot is tested negative, we test other lots also. Like we'll follow the same procedure, and we'll because
also you do have a history, and also you do have the history from the previous lots.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You can put them together. These are substandard from the same company, same item. But 3 lots, 5 lots, they are substandard. So they should be their license should be cancelled or whatever legal procedure.
Yes, yes. That's what, once we integrate with our online licensing management system, ma'am, once that is ready, we want to integrate both this quality control and license management system. Once both talk to each other, ma'am, what you said can be easily done. So
yes,
yes,
it's very simple. It's because you do have this information, you do have that on both are online platforms. You do have anyway. Agri has everything online, so you just have to link them together.
Yes,
good,
yes.
Very good.
All the jury members. Very good morning to all jury members and others. I am Annadurai, Director of Agriculture, Government of Tamil Nadu. Myself, I am going to present about the Kuruvai special package given to the Delta farmers in the year 2021. The Kuruvai special package is being given to the Delta district, namely the Tanjavur Delta district. This is the map shown that the green color map to show the areas of Delta districts. The Delta district is being fed by river Kaveri from Western Ghats, mainly from the Krishnarajasagar Dam and the Metro Dam feed the entire Delta districts. The flagship program of the Government of Tamil Nadu, the Kuruvai package, special package. The Kuruvai means it is a small seasonal paddy cultivation in Delta districts. Kuruvai means a small, that is called in Tamil Kuruvai. The same is coterminous with the Kharif season in Government of India. So fulfilling the food security with the short durational rice variety cultivation using innovative technologies is the strategies. The government, after assuming the year 2021 to take care of the farmers of Delta district, those who are affected by COVID pandemic from the year 2020. So the government of Tamil Nadu wanted to protect the farmers' interest in the Delta district since they are solely dependent upon the Kaveri water, and also due to the pandemic period, their life have been under stake. So in order to protect and promote their welfare, the government of Tamil Nadu has announced a special package of fertilizer with the paddy seeds and with the green manure seeds to regenerate the soil. This is the package. So the fulfilling the food security, the short duration rice variety, cultivation using innovative strategies, harnessing water resources, ensuring supply of quality seeds, judicious use of fertilizers, and utilizing green manure crop. The package involves integrating mechanization of agriculture machineries, technological interventions, and innovative digital applications in order to deliver the service directly to the farmers. Implemented to increase area and production of paddy within a short time span. This Kuruvai season from May to August end. This is the period, short duration variety. The Delta area mainly consists of the districts of Nagapattinam, Tanjavur, Tiruvarur, Mayiladuri, Kadalur, Trichy, and Ariyur. It is a Kuruvai crop as its special reference to paddy to mean short duration paddy crop of 100 to 105 days. This is the period of cultivation of paddy. Yes. The agriculture scenario in Tamil Nadu, when you take as a whole year, the total cultivation area is 38.6 lakh hectare and the 20.61 lakh hectare is under paddy area. Mainly these paddy area cultivated in Delta districts. So total food grain production for the year 68.83 lakh metric ton of paddy production throughout the year in all the parts of Tamil Nadu. The Delta area Kuruvai cultivation is mainly these districts are 7 districts, especially Trichapalli, Ariyur, Tanjavur, part of Pudukkottai also, and Tiruvarur, Nagapattinam, Mayiladuri, Kadalur district. And these are the 7 districts mainly comprised of Delta districts. The population of 7 Delta districts is 1.13 crores as per 2011 census. Agrarian population in this districts, mainly 70% of people are depend upon the agriculture of these Delta districts. Thanks. Why Delta area Kuruvai special package means to increase area and production within a short span of time to protect the livelihood of Delta area Kuruvai paddy farmers. The Tanjavur district is mainly called as granary of South India. Since from age old, these areas are cultivating paddy. Normally they will cultivate 3 times when the water is full throughout the season. So in order to protect the farmers as well as the rejuvenate the soil, the green manure crop is being given the package. Aim of Delta area Kuruvai package is to ensure area coverage. The area is normally, the Delta is normally 3.1 lakh acre will normally come as or 1.4 lakh hectare will come in the Delta area. In the previous year, almost 4.9 lakh acre have been cultivated, which is a historic record of 4.9 lakh acre. In the past, last 46 years, the previous year 2020 is the highest area coverage in the 46 years of Tamil Nadu history. Water release dates, better utilization of monsoon rates, mobilization of inputs like seeds, fertilizer, plant protection agents, and distribution to reach farmers at the right time in right quantity, with the right quality and the right place. Ensure balanced use of fertilizer and green manure seeds sowing to protect farmers' livelihood, increase their income. The farmers have been affected due to the COVID pandemic from the March 2020. So in the 2021, in order to protect the farmers' livelihood, the package was announced. The perspective of Kuruvai package, the activities involved is communicate and get connected at all levels of farmers through internet things, field workers, revenue staff, agri officers, agri extension officials, directorate. These are the people involved in the distribution of special package. We have to coordinate also with the Chief Minister's office, Secretariat, and private, the primary agriculture cooperative societies, and public use department, irrigation wing, and agriculture engineering department. Planning also involves advanced planning in every perspective. Action to release water from metro dam, clearing waterways, enabling agri portal for registration. Implement this has to be implemented time-bound manner since the scheme has to be completed before July 31st. The time management is 100 days time. Registration, approval, arrange, organize, mobilize, distribute seeds and fertilizer, and application inputs during first 60 days. The registration from end to end it has been digitalized. I will show the how the process involved in the latter stage. So the innovative technologies that digitalize the operation and make it user friendly even by the illiterate farmers. The entire operation from registration by the farmer himself and the delivery of fertilizer or paddy or the green manure is being given through the entire online process. Everybody can access from their own home through their cell phone. So it is a end-to-end digital application of things to ease the farmers to get the service directly from the government. Every individual involved in the process to take responsibility. Since every action is involved through the internet process, so every individual who is giving approval, they will be held responsible. So from end to end, there is a responsibility fixed. And every step and stage of the activity was monitored by all stakeholders from directorate level and secretariat level and district level and even block level. They can monitor the progress. Transparency, accessibility of information in the public domain, and easy traceability of beneficiaries. All the beneficiary details are captured in the online process with the cell phone, Aadhaar number, and land details. So there is a 100% transparency maintained in this scheme. Next. These are the process involved in the registration of package. End-to-end distillation Puruvai package. The farmer's registration starts from our own app, Udavan app. There, the government of Tamil Nadu has developed an app, mobile app. It is called Udavan app. Udavan means farmer app. So every farmer can can download the Udavan app from their own cell phone. So from the cell phone, once they have downloaded the Udavan app, they can very well register for all the inputs, especially Puruvai package inputs, machinery inputs, seed or fertilizer availability. They can very well known through this app. After registration, an OTP will be pushed to his mobile to verify the genuinity of the beneficiary. So the OTP will be ensure that the farmer who is registered will be a genuine farmer. The next step. This is verification recommendation. Registered application is verified by the concerned assistant agriculture officer or agriculture officer for verification. Once the farmer registered in the Udavan app, this data will automatically go into the assistant agriculture officer portal. Then he will pick up the data and verify whether the farmer is genuine farmer, whether he is cultivating the paddy or whatever things he will verify. The AAO or AO will digitally recommend the application. The application is forwarded to Assistant Director of Agriculture for final approval. This is done at block level. The third stage is approval. Once the AAO or AO forward the recommendation to Assistant Director of Agriculture, verifies the application and gives his approval for input distribution. This completes the entire application process. The application process, this is the new time the digital process has been involved in the distribution of inputs by the Agriculture Department. Since the farmer need not necessarily to go to any depot or agriculture office for registration, he can himself register the requirement at his own cell phone, and the delivery only he needs to be taken at the primary agriculture cooperative society. So from starting registration to till the delivery of service, the entire process has been online process has been involved. The fourth step is after the approval of application by the Assistant Director of Agriculture, an OTP is sent to the farmer to avail the benefits. The farmer will visit the primary agriculture cooperative credit society and submit his Aadhaar for identity. This is the version I have shown in the Tamil form. In Tamil form, it has been informed to the farmer that the OTP 6601, he has to show to the PAX secretary and get the inputs from the PAX. This has been shown in the app. Next. This is a beneficiary order. This is an online generated order, automatic order. It need not be a mechanical one. The farmer name and farmer's father or husband name, district, block, and revenue village, survey number, subdivision number, and which is the PAX primary agriculture cooperative where he has to get the agri inputs, and the Aadhaar number, mobile number, and area, how much area is cultivating, what are documents he has to submit, the Patta, Chitta, Adangal means the crop entry details, and the Aadhaar or KCC, these all can be uploaded by the farmer himself. The quantity is also being given, how much is being recommended, urea, DAP, and MOP. These three have been given by our department through the primary agriculture cooperatives. So these are the online order generated, and also we have provided the QR code scanner is also being given. Since the benefit has to reach the farmer directly, we also incorporated OTP, the QR code scanner to ensure that the benefit is.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. I request you to please conclude now.
Yes, sir. Just another 2 minutes before next. So the fifth step is the farmer is going to the primary agriculture cooperative society and show the OTP or the Aadhaar card, then he will get the fertilizer and other inputs from the packs. Next. So he get the finally he get the urea and the urea 2 packs and the DAP and the MOP. So from the starting, this is maintaining the agriculture ecosystem delta district and also social inclusion. In this process, the entire people, those who are all cultivating, they can directly upload without any middleman intervention. Every people has an opportunity to get the benefit from the scheme. Next. The challenges, these are the challenges normally faced by the farmers: unpredictable monsoon, unexpected rain, supply of fertilizer at the right time, and creating awareness for farmers. Next. So from this Puruvai package, we achieved that 1,33,560 acres have been covered by distributing 2,870 metric ton of paddy seeds within a period of 60 days, and fertilizer distribution 100% subsidy. 2 bags of urea. These things have been given for 1,88,417 acres of paddy. So green manure seeds, 480 metric ton of green manure seeds have been distributed to 24,000 acres of farmers. And distribution of farm machineries, power weeder and combined harvester, rice transplantation, and baler also been given. And 60 numbers of farm bonds also been given this in the Purui package system. Next. Due to this program, the area achievement is 4.9 acres achieved. Normally, only 3.5 lakh acres only the area comes in the last 46 years. And out of this last 40 years, we have crossed 4.9 lakh acres of paddy have been achieved. Overall, 2,87,160 farmers benefited. Area under paddy increased to give higher production productivity. Improvement of paddy soil structure and water holding capacity by green manure application. Improved livelihood by increase in income of delta farmers, especially Purui farmers and farm laborers. Next. Lessons learned that this by we have implemented this scheme in the delta district 7 districts. So this will be replicated in the coming years throughout the state. This year also we have implemented a non-paddy special program in the delta district during Kharif season. So this will be implemented throughout the state, and also all the farmers will get equal opportunity getting the benefits from the farmers. Quick delivery of service also being ensured. Thanks. So these are all from our side, sir. Very thank you for giving this opportunity and having the giving platform for expo for projecting our state achievement in ensuring that the equality of distribution, the service, as well as the quick delivery of service by utilizing the internet things, sir. Thank you.
Jury members.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir. Very good presentation. And in fact, you have mentioned that DAP and urea, these benefits are extended to farmers through the government channel. But
Yes,
now the stress is more on zero budget farming, organic farming. Can we think of replacing DAP and urea with the new organic manures?
yes,
What is
sir.
your take on that?
Yes, sir. I have gone to Andhra Pradesh to see the model, natural zero-based budget model, sir. This was being, we are also promoting the dryland agriculture area, sir. The zero-based budgeting will be very useful for dryland farmers. So this is a delta districts where the water is available in the during the season from January 1 to June 1 to February 20th every year. So now we are protecting we are promoting the zero-based farming in the dryland area as a cluster basis, sir. Already we are taking steps to promote the zero-based budget, sir. Surely the government has, we have this year we have identified for 40,000 acres for promoting the zero-based budgeting, sir.
Sir, in the context of paddy farming, in fact, after the plant is mature, it is get infected with virus. So the plant leaves and other parts of the plant becomes yellow, for which a heavy dose of pesticides are used. Please also think of replacing them with some organic pest control methods.
Yes, sir. For this issue, sir, we are promoting the bud crops. Normally, the yellow flowers, especially the pulses and other yellow, the marigold and other sunflowers, are the pulses crop can be grown in the bud crop in order to attract the pests which are all affecting the paddy. This is the based on the ISA technique, and also bioengineering, the ecological bioengineering concept is also involved. The state government now we have promoted the bud crop with a cost of 3 crores estimate, and the process will surely reduce the pest attack in the paddy field, sir.
Okay, thank you, please.
Thank you, sir.
Deepak ji, can I have a submission from J&K? I am Director General Budget from J&K.
Sir.
In fact, I have some meeting at, you have put my slot at 11 a.m., but I have some meeting at 11 a.m. Can it be earlier than 11?
I think the question is put to Mohit.
Yeah.
Mohit, are you there? Okay, don't worry. We'll take you next.
it is just a request. If you can.
I mean, it's okay. So we'll take you next. I just asked one question to the Kodwai project, and then we'll take you. Mohit is seemingly not there, so we can start with you. Okay, Sharma ji, it's okay, na?
It is perfect, ma'am.
Furthermore, I would like to convey regards from our Principal Secretary, Madam, Environment and Climate Change Department, Government of Maharashtra, who wanted to attend this presentation. However, she could not attend it today. She is handling two offices, which is the Environment Department and the Protocol Department, and she is the State Protocol Officer, and she had to be present at to receive few delegates due to some last-minute changes as a part of her protocol, as a part of her designation. However, I would like to present on behalf of her. Let me introduce myself. I am Shivani Mehta, Climate Change and Sustainability Expert for Maji Vasundhara project. With your permission, I would like to begin with the presentation. So let me give you a brief introduction about the Maji Vasundhara project before we go ahead into explaining why this project, about the project. So as we can see the impacts of climate change and global warming around us. I mean, we can see the rising sea level, the melting glaciers, as well as the increased tropical cyclonic activity, especially in the Arabian Sea, wherein we had not witnessed landfalls until very recently. However, within the last 3 to 4 years, at least one tropical cyclone that is formed in the Arabian Sea has been making a landfall. So this has made us realize that climate change is real, climate change is here, and the time to act on climate change is now, which ideally was the last decade, but better late than never. So, and along with this, the climate change studies indicate that the temperature has been rising by risen by 1.1 degrees Celsius and is continuously rising even today. If we see the causes of this temperature rise, we can see that rapid industrialization, urbanization, ecological degradation have been major causes of the climate change. With this thing in our mind, the Maji Vasundhara Abhiyan was launched on 2nd October 2020 in order to combat ecological degradation and to act against climate change. So let us know more about Maji Vasundhara Abhiyan. This Abhiyan is a unique integrated exercise wherein which is based on all the 5 elements of nature, that is Pancha Mahabhuta, which include Bhumi, Earth, Jal, water, Vayu, air, Agni, energy, and Akash, enhancement. So this and is based on the key pillars of climate action, this Maji Vasundhara Abhiyan, which is formed on the basis of the UN developed sustainable development goals. These key pillars of climate action include reduction in GHG emissions, increasing carbon sequestration through carbon sink, and the lifestyle mantra of reduce, refuse, reuse, recycle. This Abhiyan is a competition among the rural and the urban local bodies of the state. We have stated particular verticals within which the local bodies have to compete. These verticals have been identified as per the population of the local bodies. There are caps that have been identified, and the local bodies compete within those verticals. The working period of Abhiyan is usually 1 year, which usually spans from 1st of April to the 31st of March. Local bodies have to work within this 1 year on the various indicators that have been stated by the state office on climate change mitigation and adaptation. The number of local bodies that have been registered within the 2 years of Maji Vasundhara. Since the launch, the Maji Vasundhara has completed 2 years. Within the first year, 683 local bodies had registered, while within the second year, 11,968 local bodies had registered, which is almost 17 times jump. All the registered local bodies, the work done by registered local bodies is evaluated. This evaluation is twofold. Firstly, the work done by the local bodies has to be submitted to the state office via MIS portal, via MIS on Majivasundhara portal. The submitted MIS is then assessed via third party. The assessment usually includes desktop assessment and field assessment. In desktop assessment, all the data that has been gathered is thoroughly gone through, and a cap is being determined. From the cap, the local bodies that are above the cap are usually selected for the field assessment. In the field assessment, the third party visits the selected local bodies in order to assess the work that has been done. All the local bodies are then thoroughly assessed, and the marks are calculated, and the selected and the local bodies are felicitated on 5th June, that is the World Environment Day every year. We can now have a look at the broad indicators that are being included under Majivasundhara Abhiyan. The indicators, as I have discussed, are divided into 5 thematic areas of Bhumi, Vayu, Jal, Agni and Akash. Within Bhumi, major focus has been on tree plantation and conservation, as well as solid waste management. Along with tree plantation and conservation, we have also introduced the concepts of tree plan, the tree census, as well as People's Biodiversity Register. Within Vayu, we talk about air pollution reduction, air quality monitoring, and promotion of EVs. This includes through introduction of various small indicators such as use of bicycles, ban on burning firecrackers, ban on open burn of agricultural waste. Then comes the water, which is the Jal indicator, which talks about water conservation, rainwater harvesting, water percolation pits, water treatment through STPs, FSTPs, water auditing and budgeting of the area of the local body, as well as of the a few buildings, public buildings, government, private buildings, and felicitation of festivals in an eco-friendly manner, which includes promotion of eco-friendly idols and segregation of the nirmalya so that the water does not get polluted, creation of artificial tanks for immersion of idols. The energy indicator, which is the Agni, includes indicators on renewable sources of energy as well as energy auditing. Renewable sources of energy include solar, LED, biogas. And the last thematic area, which is Akash, is mainly about creating awareness within the citizens of the local body. As we have seen the indicators, now we can see the impact that has been created by this Abhiyan within the last 2 years. As I have previously mentioned, that Majivasundhara participation in Majivasundhara Abhiyan 2 was 17 times more than participation in Majivasundhara 1. And similarly, we can see the impact in figures. For example, you can see that the trees planted in Majivasundhara 1 were 21.94 lakh, whereas in Majivasundhara 2 were 137 lakh, which is almost 6-fold increase. Here I would like to signify that the trees planted also include native tree plantation, because we have been, in order to mitigate and adapt to the impacts of climate change, native tree plantation is extremely significant. So we have been inculcating that habit as well. New areas that have been created have increased 7-fold, which is 1650 in Majivasundhara 1 to 15,835 in Majivasundhara 2. After the EV policy was launched by the government of Maharashtra last year, the EVs indicator was included in the second year of Majivasundhara, and as we can see, 1,55,000 EVs have been registered only during Majivasundhara 2. Along with this, in the Jal indicator, we can see that the number of pits that have been created as a part of Majivasundhara have seen 5-fold increase. And the water conservation potential created during Majivasundhara 2 is 1,142 million cubic meters. Here, the water conservation potential was not measured during Majivasundhara 1 because that was just our first year, and we did not want to include more complicated indicators during the first year, as a result of which the potential part of the indicator was included during second year of Majivasundhara. The LED lights and solar lights have increased by threefold during the Majhi Vasundhara 2. Green buildings that have across the state are 80 during the Majhi Vasundhara 2. The number is small as it was introduced in the second year of Majhi Vasundhara, but it is a start somewhere. The capacity of solar installation has been 42.51 megawatt. So this includes solar rooftop installation in order to promote water heating, utilization of solar energy for household purposes, and the awareness events that have been created by the local bodies have seen 45-fold increase from 18,000 events in Majhi Vasundhara 1 to 8 lakh events during Majhi Vasundhara 2. As we can see, as a total of all of these activities taken up by the local bodies, the carbon avoidance has been 3.71 lakh tons of CO2 during Majhi Vasundhara 1 to 12.50 lakhs ton of CO2 during Majhi Vasundhara 2. Due to all of these activities, the amount of carbon that has been absorbed during just Majhi Vasundhara 2 has been the carbon that would have been absorbed by 6.65 crore fully grown trees. So this is the impact of Majhi Vasundhara Abhiyan. Now we can see Majhi Vasundhara e-pledge. This is also a small part of Majhi Vasundhara Abhiyan, wherein apart from the local bodies of the state, the citizens of the state can also participate in climate change mitigation and adaptation initiatives. This is available on the Majhi Vasundhara portal. Here individuals can take pledges. These pledges include small lifestyle changes in their day-to-day activities. For example, plantation of trees on environment on their birthday, reduction of wastage of water, reduction of wastage of electricity, and these small changes. However, these changes, if done by every individual, can create a huge impact. From that perspective, this Majhi Vasundhara e-pledge has been introduced. Around 2.2 crore e-pledges have been taken across the state during the 2 year of Majhi Vasundhara. The e-pledges that are being taken by the individuals are being monitored by the local bodies in order to see that the individuals that are taking the e-pledges are also upkeeping the e-pledges. Currently, we are in the implementation of Majhi Vasundhara 3. As we can see, the registration of Majhi Vasundhara has been increasing every year. The registration is ongoing and shall close by 15th of August. However, as of today, all the ULBs of the state have registered and more than 15,000 PRIs of the state have registered, which accounts for almost 2/3 of the state has registered under Majhi Vasundhara Abhiyan in order to act against climate change. Now, all of this raises the question of budget. I would like to indicate over here that no budget has been allocated for implementation of Majhi Vasundhara Abhiyan activities. The Abhiyan has been structured in such a way that the local bodies that are implementing the initiatives under Majhi Vasundhara Abhiyan can use convergence fund, the funds that are available from various government schemes and programs. As Majhi Vasundhara Abhiyan has been structured in a way that all the government schemes and projects that are being implemented at the state and central level are brought together under one umbrella for all the schemes that are relevant to environment. Along with this, the implementation of the activities can be done by CSR funds, community funding, as well as people's participation. As a result of which, it does not create any additional budget on any additional burden on the state budget. Now we can see the innovation that has come under this project. This solution is highly scalable. The climate change impact and mitigation solution is highly scalable and can be taken up by the local bodies, which is as small as a population of less than 2,500 to a local body whose population is more than 10 lakhs. Thus, it can be adopted by any government or administration globally. It utilizes existing governance mechanism and it does not create any additional burden on the implementing local bodies as well, as all the local bodies are aware of the schemes that are being implemented. It is just brought together under the umbrella term of Majhi Vasundhara. It utilizes convergence funds. And the impact that is being delivered through Majhi Vasundhara is context driven. That is for the local body which is along the coast and for a local body which is situated at the center of the state, the impacts of climate change are different. However, the Majhi Vasundhara has been structured in a way that the impacts of Majhi Vasundhara are local context driven. As every project has its own challenges, our project also had its own challenges, which included the need in understanding of the adverse impacts of climate change, as well as the need in understanding of the impacts of this project. In order to overcome this hurdle, we have organized various training programs for the local bodies in order for them to better understand what is climate change and what this project aims to do to mitigate climate change. Along with this, the major hurdle was to structure the Abhiyan in such a way that it addresses the local climate change problems. Now we can have a glimpse of all the activities that have been taken up by the local bodies under this Maji Vasundhara Abhiyan. Now, as we can see in this picture, it is a plantation initiative taken up by the local body. As you can see at the bottom left-hand corner, there is also geotagging. This gives us the date of the plantation as well as the exact location where the plantation activity is being taken up. You can see a picture of Miyawaki plantation that has been done by a local body. This is the plantation that has been done within the last 2 years. And as you can see, the local biodiversity that has flourished due to this Miyawaki plantation is great. Apart from this, this is
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I request you to please conclude now.
Yes, it is done. This is the image of the before and after green areas that have been created under Maji Vasundhara Abhiyan. These are few further images of of green areas created. This is the image of the solid waste management that is being done by the local bodies. This is another part of solid waste management to address the legacy waste issues. EVs that have been purchased by local bodies and the EV charging station. Along with this, this is the rainwater conservation initiatives taken up by the local bodies. These are the solar panels installed by the local bodies. This one picture is very interesting. Here, the local body has installed solar panels on a street light and has created a charging point where a mobile phone can also be charged. And this is the last image of the activities that have been taken up by the local bodies under community participation. Last but not the least, I would like to conclude that this earth has been inherited to us and we owe it to the generation ahead of us. So we need to act on this and we need to address climate change. Thank you. If there are any further questions, then I would like to address them.
Jury members.
Yes.
शर्मा जी माइक ऑन कर दीजिए.
Mr. Mani, excellent project you have presented. Which are your best performing local bodies?
So best performing local bodies, the list is huge because it includes all the local bodies along different verticals. But to state, there is a village called Pimpalgaon Baswan. Then there is another local body called Shirdi, Karzat, Navi Mumbai, Pimpri Chinswad. There is also Thane Municipal Corporation. Then there is Pune Municipal Corporation, Lonavala Municipal Corporation. There are to name that the list is unending, but yeah, there are quite a few.
Okay. I'm coming to that only. In fact, can you consider creating a ranking for them to create a healthy competition as was done on the lines of Swachh Bharat Mission?
Yes,
it will create a healthy competition among them, and the best performing municipalities or local bodies should get recognition and award.
Yes,
it will use a new spirit in them.
Yes, so we give away awards, and the awards are given for various verticals. So for the vertical, which includes Amrut cities, the awards are given. The awards are given also at the state level and at the division level in order to inspire them to work more. So for every 6 of the divisions, the awards are given. Along with this, in order to promote plantation, award has been specifically given for the best performing local body for Bhumi. And every award that is given is is for that particular vertical. So during Maji Vasundhara 2, we had 5 verticals, which were Amrut cities, Nagar Panchayats, Nagar Parishads, Gram Panchayats with a population of more than 10,000 and Gram Panchayats with a population of less than 10,000. So for all of these 5 verticals and at the division level, the awards were being given. In Maji Vasundhara 2, we had given away almost 82 awards under, and so the number has been increasing. With the increasing participation, we are increasing the number of awards as well to inspire them further.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. In fact, with ranking system, you can track the delta improvement.
Sorry, sir, I could not get.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
I was saying that in the ranking system, you can track the delta improvement.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sure.
okay. Thank you.
Yes.
See, excellent presentation. I mean, I must say, more the presentation is very good, but I also like the concept. It's very innovative, and as you said, without much expenditure or using the existing budget and CSR community participation, you have done it. So you must bring out a case study on this, number one, and try to replicate in other states too. Okay, so it should be extended to the national level. So maybe you can use the SKOCH platform for bringing out publishing your or publicizing your case study. This is number one. Number two, you said 10,000 population 10,000 above and less than 10,000. I'm more interested to know, as you said, few lakhs population, the big metropolitan cities, they also have their local bodies or municipal bodies. Have they also been included in this? Only the smaller ones? And
No, ma'am.
if so, then I would like to know what is the participation level of the larger population municipal bodies, because they are the ones who are actually degrading the climate much faster than the rural population.
Yes, ma'am. So basically, this Maji Vasundhara Abhiyan is compulsory for all the ULBs. So all the local bodies, urban local bodies have participated in Maji Vasundhara Abhiyan. Along with this, it is compulsory for all the local body or for all the PRIs with a population of more than 10,000. For PRIs with a population of less than 10,000, it is not compulsory and it is as per their will.
No, I'm not. That scheme is fine. You are very nicely pointed out that. I want to know, suppose a town or a city which has got, say, about 5 lakh population, then their contribution towards, or negative contribution towards climate change is higher. Okay.
Yes.
Have they participated? And if so, which are the best performing ones?
Yes, ma'am. So they have all participated, and among them, the best performing local bodies include, as I have mentioned, Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation. Then it also
population. No, the population.
The Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation has a population of more than 10 lakh. It comes under the category of more than 10 lakh. Okay. Then it also includes Thane.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Great. No, I just wanted to know whether they are also contributing to us.
Yes, they have.
Okay, thank you. Very nice presentation.
Stocking of fish seed in all open water bodies and prawn zonals in all selected open water bodies in the state with 100% grant. Okay. The aim is the utilization of all natural water bodies, natural water resources, and to stock quality, disease-free, and fast-growing varieties of fish seed. So this is the main aim. Because of this, we can increase the fish production, livelihood enhancement of fishers, availability of fish for consumption, finally, socio-economic development of fishers. This is the main benefit of this project. Telangana is the only state stocking fish seed with 100% grant in all open water bodies. Same time, Telangana is the only state in the country stocking scampi juveniles with 100% grant in selected open water bodies. Next. So this is the table showing we have started this project during 17-18. Initially, we stocked in 11,000 water bodies only. Now 22-23, we are planning to stock in 26,778 water bodies. Quantity initially we started with 51 crores. Now it is gone up to 83.32 crores of receipt. Expenditure also gone like same angle. Next. These are prawn juveniles. Initially we stocked only 11 water bodies. Quantity is 1.08 crores only. Now we are planning this year 22-23, 272 water bodies with 10 crores of scampy juveniles. Next. No, this is the action plan for stocking of fish seed for this year 22-23. Now we are planning to stock 88 crores almost. Okay. Now we are planning for 26,778 water bodies. It's a big number actually. Okay, we have 32 districts. We have 33. In fact, 33 districts. Hyderabad district doesn't have water bodies. We are stocking in 32 districts. In 32 districts, 26,000 water bodies are being covered. Next. This is the action plan for plant zonal stocking. Now we have selected some of the selected water bodies, 272 water bodies among 32 districts, and we are going to stock 10 crores of scampy zonals. Next. The fish seed, we are stocking two varieties of fish seed. One is advanced fingerling, that is 80 to 100 mm. The size is very big size actually, 10 centimeters size. So that grows very fast. Within 6 months, that attain 1 kg weight. Katla will attain 1.5 kg weight also. Rohu variety will attain 1.2 kg and Mrigala will attain about 1 kg size. The second variety is 35 to 40 mm. That is advanced fry. Though these two varieties were stocking, advanced fry and advanced fingerlings. So both varieties were stocking. Advanced fry we are stocking in the tanks which are receiving early water with early rain. So that is in the month of July and August. Whereas we are stocking advanced fingerlings in the reservoirs, which can retain water for more months and perennial tanks. Now, as of this result, now I go with forward and backward linkages. Forward linkages are fish seed. How we can produce fish seed, how we can procure the fish seed. Backward linkages are consumption, marketing facilities, export. These are the backward linkages. Now, with the fish, if you see the fish production, 2016-17, the fish production in the state is 1.98 lakh tons only. Whereas 2021-22, we gone up to 3.89, about 3.9 lakh tons. This is a tremendous increase in the fish production. This also creating a lot of employment generation and livelihood security for fishermen, and at the same time, their socio-economic development also. Now, fishermen in the state are very happy. Even fish farms are very happy. Now, state is running in a good fisheries sector is growing like anything. Because of Kaleshwaram project, our Honorable Chief Minister has constituted make that project in the state with the great efforts. The project covering so many lakh hectares of area for giving water. So with that water, we are going to have the water in the tanks around the year. So we can have the fishing around the year. So fishermen can sustain their livelihood easily. That is the main basic source of the development of fishery sector in the state. Next. These are exports. Same time, exports are being increased. You see now exports are now increasing year by year. Now Rajiv Gandhi Airport, International Airport, air cargo is cheaper than the other air cargos. Now, so its connectivity is more better than other air cargos. From Hyderabad air cargo, there is a facility to all Arab countries, especially Dubai and other countries. So their fiscal is now increased now like anything. Now we are supplying more than 1,000 kilos, more than ton per month. Now it is coming to 1,600 tons per annum. So 86 crore rupees worth of fish last year we have exported. Next. These are for export. Same time we don't have a big market in Hyderabad. Now government has given 10 acres of land near ORR, Outer Ring Road, very close to airport. This is the red mark is showing the area of the airport. That is 10 acres area. Now we are going to construct with export-oriented wholesale fish market with the funding support under PMM Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. This is having very good facilities, going to have very facilities. We are going to construct with the export-oriented facilities. Next. The forward linkage we see, reservoirs are main. We have a lot of reservoirs. We have 82 reservoirs, tanks more than 100 acres is ICAT is 4,600 acres number, and tanks less than 100 acres ICAT is about 25,000 more. Totally, we have 29,000 of water bodies in the state. Next. This is how we are achieving this production means we have to stock the fish seed. How we are stocking fish seed? We have to locate the, we have to identify the tanks. How we are locating with the geo mapping, we are locating the tanks. Telangana is the first state in the country geo mapped all the water bodies in the state. About as of now, 23,000 water bodies are geo tagged. 6,000, another 6,000 is under progress. Now we are having about 26,000 water bodies in the state. All by the end of this month, we are going to complete the geotagging of all the water bodies, and we are going to stock in all the water bodies so that production will be more. Then with the production, other results also will be more. Next. This is the transfer of fishing rights. How fishermen can able to get the fish from the tanks. Now we are Telangana is the only state in the country brought the tanks which are 100 acres, less than 100 ICAT in the control of the department, and we are giving to fishermen cooperative societies of nominal rentals. So this is the only state in the country. Next. This is the Matsya Seva. Now we are going online portal. Earlier they used to pay the lease amount of the tanks. Though it is nominal, for them it is a big amount. Though earlier they used to come to Department of Fisheries office and they pay through the challan. There is a lengthy process. Now we are first, this is from this year onwards. Now we are going for Matsya Seva. There is a online portal. We are going to lease out all the water bodies through this Mi Seva. So they can go to Mi Seva centers and they can pay the lease. Within a minutes or 1 hour, they can complete the payment of lease amount and they get the fishing rates order. It's very easy process. And for us, it is convenient. For them also, it's convenient. For government also, it's convenient. Next. This allotment of land. How we can produce the seed? We should have the good fish farms. Now, as of now, Telangana not having many fish seed farms like AP. Andhra Pradesh having very good farms because of its topographical nature. Okay, Kolleru Lake is there, freshwater is much available. So now we are procuring much of the seed from Andhra Pradesh. Now we want to self-sustain in procuring in production of the fish seed. For that, we are now going to construct the fish seed farms. Now we are requested the irrigation department to provide the land wherever possible under the reservoirs. Now we have selected 7 reservoirs, about more than 200 acres of land. Now they are going to transfer the land very shortly. Next.
Sir, in another 2 minutes, try to conclude the presentation.
These are the main production farms we have. Next. We are going to lease out on the PP mode. This is the one way of disposing the seed. And now this is the seed farms we have now. Next. Next, please. These are stocking of fish in check dams. Earlier, there is no practice in stocking of fish seed in check dams. Now we are going to introduce for stocking of fish seed in check dams also. Next. These are district details of check dams. We have almost 129 check dams we have identified this year. We are going to stock the fish seed in these dams also. Next. This is the Aqua Hub. Now fishing company came forward. Now they are going to invest more than 1,000 crores. Now government has given permission to install 600 Ks in the reservoirs. They are the American-based company. That is now this month 23rd, the groundbreaking ceremony also scheduled. Now their production will be 80,000 tons per annum after 3 years. This is the milestone in the fishery sector. Next. This is apart from this regular culture practice, we are promoting cage culture also. This is one of the method for production of fish. This is also very easy method. We are promoting this also. Next. These major reservoirs, we have so many, above 5,000 hectares. Next. This is a less than, this is a medium reservoir covering 1,000 to 5,000 hectares water spread area. Next. This is utilizing the water spread area for utilizing for cage culture practice. Next. Next, please. This is a technical collaboration. World Fish Malaysia. We are going to have a technical collaboration with World Fish Malaysia. There shortly the project is going to be implemented. The promoting cage culture is the main thing. Next. This is the welfare of fishermen. Marketing. We have the largest number of the societies in the country. We are first in this place. We have almost 4,763 cooperative societies in the state. Next. This special drive for organizing more society also is in route right now in practice. Next. This is also special drive. Next. These are mobile outlets we have given supplied for fishermen for more their empowerment and more consumption. Yes. Next. This is a collaborative project on a marl fishes. Marl is our state fish. We are encouraging marl seed production also. Now we are having technical collaboration with the CIFA, Central Institute of Freshwater Agriculture. It is ICR Institute located at Bhubaneswar. Next. Thank you. Last month I have attended one conference, IIFET, International Institute for Fisheries Economics and Trade at Spain, Vigo, Spain, where I have presented a paper on this Telangana fisheries and stocking of scampi juveniles. The presentation got good appreciation and very well received. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Krishna. Very good project.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. I have no specific question to ask. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a very good presentation. You have done well. But I fail to see any innovation in this. This is basically a routine activity of the department. You have done it well, no doubt about it. Very well done, rather. But what innovative measures have you employed?
Yes, madam. Innovation is there, madam. Stocking of scampi juveniles in open water bodies nowhere else. The other states stocking juveniles in ponds, exclusively constructed ponds. But we are stocking in open water bodies, reservoirs, tanks. This is an innovative project, madam. And the fish seed also, we are stocking in a good size and disease-free, fast-growing varieties, timely stocking, all innovative things, madam. Regular stocking in regular is going on elsewhere, but nowhere with 100% grant, nowhere stocking timely, nowhere stocking like in such a manner. This is the innovation.
Okay, thank you very much. Very well done.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.